Welcome back. It's been a while since I posted, but anyway, um, what I plan on doing is I needed a power battery box for the fridge, for a 12-volt fridge. Um, Taking my daughter out camping in a couple weeks and needed something to power it, because I'm not taking my camper, but we're using a rooftop tent, going to a state forest. Anyway, I kept looking online, the Jackery boxes, everything else, and they're all well over $1,000 plus for what I needed. So this came in a lot less, and I'll go through how I set it up. Any ideas or suggestions, please let me know. First off, let me turn it on. So it's got a power switch, and then I got a meter down here. I don't know if you can see it, but it says 13.2 volts. I'm using a 100 amp hour lithium battery, Life Pro. What I have in here is, I did on the side is, oh, sorry about that, two USB ports and then a 12 volt cigarette port for the 12 volt fridge. I also have this from previously that I've had, so I can split that off in case I do need it. I did put some switches here. Basically, what I did so far is just put one light there, just so I can kind of see if it's outside at night, whatever. I could always add more lights on, but for now, I just have one light on there. Basically, from the 12-volt battery, I ran it to the bus cables up here, terminals up there. Then what I did is I had them go to, for the, I put an inverter. It's a 1000 running, 2000 peak, pure sine wave inverter. Bought on walmart.com. It was like $29, $39. It was on sale, so it was really pretty reasonable. It's got two plugs and USB. This USB is to run a cooling fan with a thermostat in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one. It's 55 degrees Celsius or about 130 degrees Fahrenheit, which might be too hot in there, so I'll have to see. But anyway, everything is hooked in. So I have the a breaker for the Renogy MPPT 40 amp charger, which I'm going to run to the car battery. And then what I did is I have this through the side to an Anderson plug that I could just plug in. So I got to run those wires to the, from the front of the truck to the back, and then to be able to plug that in. But that's ready to go, so that should be able to charge the whole system when I'm doing that. Then I have basically the two main off the battery, run to the thing, to the bar. Then I have both the inverter and the bus bar going to the on-off switch, so I could completely kill the power altogether. I figured with the MPPT, I could just basically, if I want to just turn that off completely. You're supposed to, it's optional on Renogy, but I chose to do it. It runs from the power side, the charging side, in through back to the battery. Just regular bus. I have all of them individually fused, so that should be fine there. Pretty simple. I bought the box on Walmart, most of the other stuff from Amazon. So I kind of went through there. If you have any questions on the parts or anything else, just let me know. More than happy to help. The only thing I really couldn't do is just due to spacing, the two plugs are here. So I tried getting one of those, you know, you plug in the extension and then you mount to the side of the box. Problem is I couldn't really get the plug there. I had no space, especially with the MPPT inside here. So there just wasn't enough plan. I also thought about laying it flat with a, with the plywood up here, but then I would lose space for the Anderson plug. It was just, everything was more difficult that way. So I put it to the top. I do have this strap here now. It's just kind of holding it up. That's just temporary. So I'll probably put a bungee cord or something like that, but I really don't need this open. Even for the plug there, kind of a little cheaply done, but it works for me. And let me just turn this off so you can see. Basically what I did is I put a little hole here so I could fit the plug right through, and then that way it works, plugs right into there. I only did it to one side. I figured I'm never going to be running more than one plug at a time, but if I do need to, I can open it up, so that's not a big deal. Everything's accessible, everything's wired, everything's tied off. But please, I'd love to hear any suggestions or anything else. The whole thing is on a wheels, so it's fairly simple to lug around. It actually doesn't weigh too much. The battery's the heaviest part, and that's actually, if you lifted a lithium battery, that was pretty light. So rough prices, about $129 for the battery, $179, $29, $39, about $12 for that. You know, $14, $15, $12, and all these were, I think a pair of them came for $6 or $7, and then $8. These I had laying around, but it was like a 10-pack for I don't know, $10, $15, and then this was about $6, $7. So you have a way less than buying the box. Fairly simple to wire. Any questions on that, please let me know. Love to help you guys out on that. Oh, and the Anderson plugs were about $12 for the pair. So I have the other side to plug into that to run to the, I'm going to be running 4-gauge wire from the front to the back. They said anything over about 20 feet or 16 feet, you need to go with 40 amps to 4-gauge. I guess it's borderline between 4 and 8. I just felt more comfortable running the 4. Actually bought it on Amazon as well. Renogy recommends it, but then their plugs come with 8-gauge. I guess they realize it's going to be short run to all these things. So, and it's already pre-wired inside, so you can't even change it if you wanted to. So I basically butted up on this inside there, butted that up to a 4-gauge, just because that's what I had. And then I ran the 8-gauge directly across to the circuit breaker. Any questions, just let me know. Oh, and this is the fan, just plugged in there. It's got one of those little thermostats, so we'll see how that works out. I just kind of put a hole in the side of the box. It's not permanently mounted right now. I just kind of have it zip tied over there, just so it would stay for now. It's really not going anywhere, but I just want to test it before I permanently mount it. And if not, then I'll have to buy another one. But everything was fairly easy. Any questions, let me know. I'll be posting a video once I get the wires run to the Anderson plug to here, and then showing you how that works. And then also too, I bought a cheap, well, not a cheap, but a portable charger, and then what I plan on doing with those clamps is just holding there, let it charge the batteries, and you know, just to maintain it. So thanks for watching. Any questions, please let me know. Anything you need help with, let me know. But for my first time building one, fairly simple. Thanks. Bye.